show where the lights go around the board. It's old school. They say no whammies, no whammies. Don't you feel like that right now, Doug?
Yes.
All right, so I have 5 topics to choose from. Being a new father.
Valley Toastmasters.
Good morning.
Good morning. I'll be speaking this morning. One of the neat things about being a new father is the lack of preparation for being a new father. People have these life goals about children and all kinds of things like that. That was not remotely in my mind. I thought, hey, maybe I'll wait till I'm 52 years old to have a child. Technically, I was 4 days from being 52. I was only 51 when I And my wife, who is also a spring chicken, but is a considerably younger spring chicken, also, we went on this venture in a way that most people don't in life. And it has been really the neatest thing ever. I could talk for hours and hours just rambling about fun little stories about our son, whose proper name is Nicholas Robert Sapola Mings, but we call him Nico because he's a little bundle of Nico. My wife gets sad every time she looks at him because he's now big. He's this huge 9-month-old child, and I have one of those. I bought one of those electronic frames for my desk at work, and I just keep adding pictures to it, but then you get the first, I guess it's birthday pictures, and I see the same kid in there as he gets older. His personality is growing. He can now go from this room to that room. I just caught him the other night pulling the electric cord in the back of the chair, which that's a whole different problem. I don't know how you have lights and TVs and things like that if all electric things are a problem. But we will figure that out, hopefully the right way. We will figure that out. One of the funnest things, he is a smiler. I think I've said in impromptu speeches here before that he taught me how to open with a smile, right? He is the person who's, you wake him up, or you walk in and he smiles immediately. Hey, let's do this. But in his room, there's a big soft carpet that we bought, and you put him down. At first, he couldn't crawl forward or backwards. He could roll. And he would be able to do that, no particular reason, but it was funny and he enjoyed it. So you get down with him, and it wasn't until I got down, I won't do it on what used to be a white floor, get down right on his level on my elbows and looked at him, and he starts to roll, and I rolled with him. And as we both came up, we're looking at each other. It was the first time that I heard him verbally laugh. It was the funniest thing ever. And that's now the inspiration. Let's make this happen every single day. And by the time I get home, he's usually eating dinner with Mom, which there's a variety of stories that I won't tell about how you get kids to eat things that they don't always want. My wife has been nice enough to make food every single time with a little, I don't know what they're called, blender thing. And so there's a variety of tastes that he's getting. He seems to hate every single one of them at first. I mean, it could be apples, it could be all the good stuff that we think, but it could be sweet potatoes, and he's, But there's a bunch of dances and fun little toys and things like that but I usually get the tail end of that, and then it's bath time. And my wife was very mechanical, and he must be, and I just sit in there, and we have toys, and we play, and there's new little spray things that you can spray in his mouth. And there's a little bathtub thing that you buy that's in the bottom of the shower, and he sits in there and has fun, and you put a washcloth on top of his head, which at first he was like, get this off of me, but now it's the babushka that is on his head, and he loves that. You spray it with water before you put shampoo on it. And the spray toys, which spray water in his mouth or on him, when it's done, you put it in his mouth. The things that he finds interesting make no sense whatsoever, but it's hilarious to him. And so there's no water in it, and you are just spraying it in his mouth, and he's more of that, please. And at the end of that, I say, are you ready for the waterfall? And he looks at me, and you turn him, and my wife first saw this and freaked out, but you turn it like this, you lock him in for the ride, and he looks at you like, all right, let's do it. Like you're about ready to go down that big roller coaster, and you lift him up like this, and all the water goes pouring out like that, and he's looking at you, and still today, you put him back down, and then I'm like, he's a boy, I'm a boy. It teaches you how much of a boy I will always be. And I said, are you ready to get hosed down? And so then we have one of those things from the shower, and then you just go all the way up and down like that. And at first it was water in his mouth, and he was a little bit, but eventually I realized one of the little streams is hitting his mouth and tickling his mouth, and he's, but now he opens his mouth and he wants the water to go in his mouth, and it is so funny. By the way, which this has been the most painful thing on the feeding side of it, we're up to 5 teeth.
Oh,
So that's 2 big ones on the top, and now, I'm not very good at counting, now 4, one little one, and 3 until there you go. Now a total of 6 teeth, and his grin is coming very well. It has been the neatest thing. It takes over your entire life. It makes you want to do nothing else but just hang out and have fun doing stuff like that. But it is all well worth it, and I cannot wait to hear he's saying words. He did say dad at first. Please take that off the film. But I can't wait for him to start asking questions. Eventually, I'm told that I will regret that and hope that he stops asking questions eventually. But I can't wait to see. He's such a curious little fella. I can't wait to see all the things he wants to see and explore.